Hello. In this episode, I'll be discussing the June 4th Democratic Caucus being held on the Virgin Islands, and who I think will win between Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton in that contest. So, my prediction is that Hillary Clinton actually is going to win in the caucus being held there, and I think she'll win by at least 5% more of the vote, if not 10% more. Probably 5% more than whatever Sanders gets in the caucus. And my reason for this particular prediction is that the Virgin Islands had something somewhat unusual happen, which is that one of the Sanders super delegates, one of the people who stated that they would support Sanders as a super delegate, actually switched their support to Clinton from the Virgin Islands. So one of the Virgin Islands super delegates was supporting Sanders, switched support to Clinton. So to me, that indicates somewhat that the prevailing political winds in the Virgin Islands in particular are sort of demonstrating support for Clinton. If one of the major political people from the Virgin Islands is demonstrating support of Clinton in such a pretty big way. So, my prediction is that Sanders loses in the Virgin Islands and that Clinton wins. The demographics don't work as much to Sanders' favor in the Virgin Islands as they do for Clinton. Clinton demonstrated an ability to win in places like Guam and the Northern Marianas and American Samoa, and so for Sanders' message, for whatever reason, hasn't been able to resonate that well with those who live out in the U.S. territories. He did fairly well in the Democrats Abroad primary, but the Democrats Abroad primary is different than the territories. The Democrats Abroad primary is a global presidential primary for folk living in other countries. The U.S. territory contests are different because they're U.S. territories, which is not expatriates of the United States living in a foreign country, but rather U.S. citizens living in U.S. territory who can vote in presidential primaries. Or caucuses in this case, in the Virgin Islands contest. So, my prediction is that Clinton wins in Virgin Islands. She garners some more delegates, not many, but she garners a few more. And then it will be a fairly easy stroll through June 5th, June 7th, and June 14th to the nomination. Something that surprised me a little bit is that the Clinton campaign hasn't been spending as much money or time bringing the candidate out to various states to campaign. That might be competitive in the general election that are still coming up. So I just haven't seen that much in the news of Clinton spending time, if she assumes that she's going to be the main Democratic nominee, campaigning in some of those competitive swing states that are going to be big in the general election. I just haven't seen as much of that as I would have expected of someone who assumes they're going to be the nominee. And so that's somewhat surprising, considering Trump is doing quite a bit of that, at least giving speeches around the country and just generally campaigning. So, yeah. Anyways, my prediction is Clinton wins in the Virgin Islands and Sanders gets second, is my prediction for that caucus there. And I'm very interested to see what happens. If Clinton wins the Virgin Islands, she will have won every territory so far that's had a contest, because she did win American Samoa and the Northern Marianas and in Guam. So if she wins in the Virgin Islands, there will be sort of a continuation of that. If she wins in Puerto Rico, she will have won every U.S. territory. But that's a different prediction video. I'll discuss what's going on in Puerto Rico and my predictions for that in a few days. I'm doing a lot of reading on what's going on in Puerto Rico and how the demographics for voters work out there to decide who I'm making a prediction for there. But for the Virgin Islands, I think that Clinton will win. And that's my prediction. All right, thank you so much for watching.